Hi, Taurus. It's good to see you. I hope that your week has gone really well. So, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the Labyrinth deck here. Using this deck, we're going to look um, at this week for you, the 13th to the 19th. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the one of the spreads within the deck, one of their spreads. I never do this. And so I was like, you know what, let me try this. Let's see what this spread does. And what the spread is intended for is to help you make a decision. So anything that you've got coming up this week, um, that you've been thinking about, different pathways that you should take, um, this will help you. You want to narrow it down to kind of two different pathways, and then see what the result is of each one, and it'll also indicate what you should consider when making the decision. Okay, so our first card here is the Queen of Feathers. So this is the Queen of Swords in the traditional tarot. So the first option is basically moving forward very logically, like taking a very logical, unemotional stance when you're making a decision around what to do and what to move forward with. Um, you want to kind of figure out there what is the best way to do that. Option two is the Four of Wands. So moving forward with hope. Okay, so these are kind of different ends of the spectrum. The Queen of Feathers. Sorry, my dog. She's been a little sick. So you want to lay down, Bubba? Okay. Um. So we have the Queen of Feathers being very logical, focusing very logic minded, but the Four of Wands is really talking about looking to your future with hope, or looking at the situation with hope. This may be something where logic is telling you maybe it's not going to work out, or maybe it's just not the path for you. But the Four of Wands tells you you do have a path here. There is something there. So you have to decide which perspective to actually take moving down this road. So the likely result of taking the more logical path is the Page of Pots. So some happiness. It's not the most happiness, but it is a feeling of contentedness, I would say. Feeling like, okay, you made the right decision. Things are going well. And then the most likely outcome or result from choosing the side of going down the path of being hopeful. All right. So you're gonna have to be juggling a lot of stuff. So there's a lot to handle basically. Neither is better than the other, just depends on your situation, right? And it'll be different for everyone. So you can move down this path of logic, live in a contented feeling, not really extraordinarily happy about that path, but it's not negative. And then you go down this path of putting hope in the situation and seeing, let's see what can happen here. And you end up having to take on a lot. There's a lot to juggle, there's a lot to deal with in that situation. And that might be something that you want. Maybe that's the outcome that you want, is to be taking on a lot, and having to keep a lot of stuff up in the air. So the last card coming up here is basically, what do you need to consider when making this decision? The moon. Consider what could be hiding in the dark. Consider what might not be knowledge that you have just yet. Yeah. Now, this isn't anything where I feel like there's like danger hiding. It's just, you got to kind of consider what in that aspect of that choice, what are the pros and the cons? And what did you maybe not think about yet, or what have you not allowed yourself to consider? Because sometimes we have our sights set on something and we don't allow ourselves to completely think it through or to completely consider everything because we don't want to know, you know? So we are going to pull one of these treasures from Takashi cards. And what they do is, it's just a really nice message, to help you with making your choice. I want this one. Humility. Okay, I can't read that. Allow an unpretentious but confident air to surround you. Live your truth lovingly. Be prepared to work in service to others without obvious personal gain. Love and enjoy that you can give and feel good about your place in the big picture. Now is not the time to rock the boat or stand on your soapbox. Okay. So, and that can lead you, depending on your situation and what's all involved, that can lead you down either path. But it is asking you to consider humility and consider, um, what might be sight unseen, just as of yet, before making that decision. So I hope that this was helpful for you, Taurus. Please give a like, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'll talk to you again next week.